What's going on, guys? So a couple of days ago, Will Smith made this post on Instagram, and I straight off the bat have got to say that I absolutely love it. Let me just read the caption to you first. This is the body that carried me through an entire pandemic and countless days grazing the pantry. I love this body, but I want to feel better. No more midnight muffins. This is it. I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life. So why do I love this so much? Well, first of all, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that something that I talk a lot about is body positivity in men. I think it is hugely important. I think it's something that we really need to raise awareness about, and I think it's something that we really need to discuss a lot. Men feel a lot of pressure to look a certain way. I've felt it, and if you're watching some of my videos, I'm willing to bet that you've probably felt it as well. And I think it is absolutely amazing when guys come out and say that they have that struggle. It makes people seem relatable, and for me, it just makes them seem a lot more human to me. But it's even more powerful when it comes from a Hollywood actor because it really just reinforces something that you or I feel. It reinforces that it is okay for us not to be in peak physical condition year round. And we need to understand, and we need to make it clear, it is very hard to be in peak physical condition year round because there really just comes a point where essentially your diet and your lifestyle begin to butt heads and you can't really have one or the other. Your diet begins to get more extreme, so your lifestyle has to drop because you can do less and less, because you can socialize less and you can eat less. Or your lifestyle is more extravagant and more interesting, but your diet suffers. So the two of them just butt heads. And for the record, I think life is about experience. I think life is about fulfillment, and I don't think you're going to get a full range of fulfillment just focusing your time on trying to have a perfect body. But there is the other side of that as well. Health should be prioritized and health should be addressed. And that is exactly what Will Smith is saying in this picture. He is acknowledging that he is not in the shape that he would like to be. He is acknowledging that he has overdone it, but he is now acknowledging that he is ready to make that change. He's now acknowledging that he's ready to go back and try and be the best shape and try and be in the best shape that he's been. That is powerful. And I think a lot of people could use that motivation and really try and use that motivation to better themselves and push themselves further forward. But it's the idea of the journey, which is what I love so much about this picture. I know some of you watching are probably very regular in the gym. You feel very comfortable in the gym. But ask yourself and reflect back, did you always feel like that? I can remember the first time I went to the gym. I felt skinny, I felt inferior, and I was looking at all the guys that seemed like they had so much more going for them than I did. But I've also had friends that have been overweight, that have joined gyms, that have stepped in the gym, and within 2 days they've never gone back because they felt inferior, ugly, unattractive, and just felt like they had no place being there. The problem is, I think fitness in some ways has actually got very hardcore, and it really has become this thing where you have to be perfect, you have to be consistent, and there is no room for sacrifices. It's a lifestyle that's portrayed as being a lot more hardcore and intense than it possibly needs to be. And it's one that really almost says the minute you're not in shape, you've got no place in this industry. Of course, that's not everybody and that's not all cases, but I think there is a large lot of people that do that. And on top of that as well, I think there's a large chunk of people that are involved in fitness that think because they use MyFitnessPal, because they've read a couple of articles online, they're experts and they need to give everybody else their expertise and their knowledge. And I think what that really does is it pushes a lot of people away and it makes it even harder for them to start their fitness journey because they feel so inferior before they've even begun. This picture from Will Smith is empowering because he's acknowledging that like you, like anyone who's overdone it during lockdown or overdone it during quarantine, he's ready to begin a new chapter in his fitness journey. And I think that's great because that's inspiring, that's relatable, that is real life. Real life is not something that we actually see a lot in fitness. We have a Hollywood actor showing a real life vulnerability that, as he says, he is in the worst shape of his life. So my hope is that this post and this idea is something that will really be inspirational for a lot of men. I hope it's something that will be inspirational for a lot of guys that don't like working out, feel scared to work out, or feel inferior when they're around guys who they deem to be more impressive. And I hope it can be empowering in getting those guys to be active and feeling good again. So I'm gonna leave it there. This was just a short positivity approach and just to remind you of the importance of body positivity in men. But as always, guys, if you like this video, please can I ask you to click like and subscribe down below. If you really liked it, I am now offering one-on-one coaching at the website also down below. But as always, nothing but love. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.